Welcome back. The Discovery Science Place is a children's science museum located in downtown Tyler, making science fun for everyone. Here to show us how to make rockets and tell us about upcoming events at the museum is Chris Rasure. How are you, Chris?
Hi, good morning. I'm doing well.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. All right, we've got a science experiment here. What's going on?
So we have spring break camps coming up at the Discovery Science Place, March 13th through the 17th. We have lots of cool hands-on activities. I always like to try to bring something that people can do at home. So we brought some Alka-Seltzer rockets with us this morning. These are things obviously you could do easily at home. Alka-Seltzer is a cool little material that actually shows you a couple of different things in science. We got some chemistry and some physics.
Yes.
So if we were to drop, say for example, the Alka-Seltzer into the little container here.
Okay.
Get that in
Gotta
there.
crush it in there.
Yep, you do have to crush it in there.
Okay.
You'll notice a chemical reaction start to happen, and we can actually capture some of this gas.
Oh.
Put the balloon over the top.
Oh.
There we go. And you'll notice, if it doesn't leak, the balloon should start to fill with some of the gas. So inside there, it does start to fill up. There's some carbon dioxide gas that's forming. And that's because in the Alka-Seltzer, there's a weak acid called citric acid and a weak base called sodium bicarbonate. And that chemical reaction produces carbon dioxide. So we can see that forming. Now, we can use that gas as a propellant in a rocket. So what you're going to need is something that kids don't know anything about, a film canister. So you have to find the film canister. And then we're going to add a little bit of water to start that chemical reaction. And you'll hear it kind of bubbling and boiling. And then we're going to throw on our safety goggles just in case.
Always have your safety goggles, right?
We're going to throw the cap on top and we're going to drop that inside.
Okay.
Now the problem with this rocket is you never know when it's going to go off. There is pressure building inside.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that did scare me a little bit.
Awesome. So we can do it again really quickly.
That's great. That's great.
Half an Alka-Seltzer, a little bit of water. Start that chemical reaction. Carbon dioxide is forming. Pressure is building. We drop that inside. This is our nice launch tube to keep things safe.
I'm scared.
And again, the pressure is building because of that chemical reaction. At some moment, it's going to go off.
Okay. I know it's coming, but I still jump.
Right.
Oh, that's
So
great.
that's
awesome.
a good example,
That is
again,
really
of
fun.
something that kids can do at home, simple little things. And the cool thing about this is not only do you have chemistry with the chemical reaction, but then you have Newton's third law of motion with the equal and opposite reactions going on. So you see that rocket blasting off into space. So that's a good example of some of the things we're going to be doing over spring break camps coming up in March.
And so what are some other activities or fun experiments that you have just like this?
The day camps for spring break, they're single day camps, so the subject changes every single day. So for example, this spring break we have a wide variety, everything from space to environment and green science, things of that nature. And so every day at spring break camp, we always have lots of hands-on activities, and we usually have something that the kids get to take home with them at the end of the day. So if you are looking to have your child spend some good quality time, you know, over spring break, doing some fun but also educational things, the DSP is a good place for that.
That's perfect. And so Discovery Science Place, tell us a little bit about, you know, do you have any new exhibits there right now?
We do. We have recently done some remodeling. We do that every fall when school first starts. We shut down for about a week or two. We added 2 new exhibits this fall. We have a massive train set that we've added, and we have something called Imagination Playground, which is a fun kind of hands-on large foam block play area that the kids can play in. So we always have lots of good things going on. We have some new exhibits also that'll be installed pretty much over the spring and into the summer. So usually every few months or every 6 months or so, we try to change things up a little bit, add new exhibits. That way people who come back repeatedly get to see something new.
Chris, yesterday I went to talk with school-age children, and I stressed the importance of math and science. That's involved in with my job with weather, but can you talk about just how science and math goes in a role with a lot of these different type of things, even like something like this. There's a lot of equations, or you can really get technical into it, but this is a really dominating part of a lot of industries today.
Absolutely, and for us at the museum, you know, one of our goals is to always put into people's minds that science is everywhere and all around them, and how important it is, not just for the job of a meteorologist, but for anyone's job. You're going to be using parts of what we call STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And you may have a job where you only use that partially throughout the day, or you may have a job where you use that continuously throughout the day. But it helps if you are at least informed about those issues. So our goal at the museum is to have children and then that grow up into to become adults who are scientifically literate, well-informed, so they can make good decisions about our country and then their own personal lives.
I love the Discovery Science Place. You're making science fun for
Absolutely.
kids and for everyone.
We
you
hope
know?
so.
And so remind us the dates for this spring break.
Spring break, we run along with a TISD spring break schedule, so that's March 13th
Okay.
through the 17th. So we'll have 5 days of camps. We're normally closed on Mondays, but over spring break, March 13th, we will actually be open on that Monday as well, because we do have a large influx of visitors that come in. So it's a busy week for us. We're looking forward to that. And then coming up then in the summer, of course, we'll change our hours. We'll have extended hours, and we'll be open 7 days a week come summertime.
Perfect.
Anytime
Chris.
school's out,
Yeah.
we're on.
We're on.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Chris.
so
Thank you.
much,
Yeah.
Chris.
Appreciate it.
Sounds like so much fun. All right, coming up after the break, we'll get a look at today's forecast in less than 2 minutes.
Some light precipitation out there here in East Texas. We'll show you that, but also greater rain chances are on the way. That in the full forecast in just a moment.